Cleopatra by Joyce Tyldesley. Yes. Very interesting book that I found recorded, and I thought it's a BBC production. It might, in fact, be. It's not clear. It starts straight into the story, finishes with the end of the story. We all know about Cleopatra. She's like a myth. There's so many people named, women named after her. And indeed she was a marvelous woman, one of the first to dominate, to represent so much for the human psyche, I'd say. She was very well educated. She has a debated history. There will be two schools, I didn't know that. One which would have her as a representative of the African continent, black, and the others would insist on her as being descendant from the Macedonians, European, white. There's a polemic. Indeed, so much has been made by white authors, white historians who have written the history of the states without the slaves, blacks, the Africans in general. So it's a sensitive issue. Speaking of this, I'm reminded by this controversy, if we can name it that, of History Boys, where Mrs. Lintott, a teacher, funny, interesting woman, says history is about the failure of men, and it's all about women following with a bucket. Interesting point. So Cleopatra has a heritage from Macedonia, and she might be 100% or 25% Macedonian. If she's 100%, then she was white. If 25%, she might have been black. It's not certain from what we gather. And she was probably dark. She had olive skin. She was definitely very well educated. Historians say that she could speak with guests from various countries in their tongue. Arabian, troglodytes. Here it's a surprise for me. I thought troglodytes are the people in the caves, but then that's what I have mentioned in this work. Very good work. She had a bank account. That was also a surprise. She had property. She was well off. She might have been she was interested in all kinds of arts and whatever sciences they had then. And she might have been interested in gynecology, but as this author points out, the reason they believed that was that she had her patronage. She sponsored a temple for a god which protected the well-being of the insides. I think so. She's very well known for her relationship with Caesar first, who may have fathered a son of hers, although he's not mentioned. The son is not mentioned in the will of the great Caesar. With various explanations which range from it never happened, no son, to there was no point. Romans could not, by law, give anything away as heritage to foreigners. The other idyll, the other love affair, was with Antony, famous Antony and Cleopatra, famous plays, movies, and other works. And it's also good to be informed and learn that, in fact, She had, from what appears, only 2 love affairs, even if some historians have been very harsh and named her as a whore or something, not much more than a whore. Very bad language. So with Anthony, she again had 2 children, twins, one named Cleopatra, the other Alexander, and it's no need for a spoiler alert. I can go into the details of this because we all know she died. So did Anthony, defeated by Octavian, and it's also worldwide famous how she died. What escaped me were the details, how she tried to go around this terrible, tragic fate in order to defend, if not her position, that of her children. And she made, when she saw there's no way out, she made Octavian believe she would not commit suicide. The question of getting the treasure was also complicated because it seemed that she got inside the fortified place where she had the fortress. It seemed that she may try and burn herself and the treasure altogether. With a ruse, they entered through a window. For that time, they managed to avoid any burning and save the fortune. A rumor was spread that she had some more jewelry and other, and so that made the emperor believe she's not willing to die. But that was just a plot, because she wanted to die and she committed suicide. As we know, a poisonous snake was used for that. The treasure was so big that the interest rate in Rome fell from 15 to 3% or so. I mean, Octavian was somehow saved by getting that treasure. Very interesting heroine, wonderful, and very good book. I hope you read it and enjoy it.